Rohn, the power of consistent self-discipline for success. Rohn, a highly influential motivational speaker and personal development guru, often emphasized the importance of consistent self-discipline as the cornerstone of success. According to Rohn, success doesn't come from a single action or a burst of effort, but from the daily habits and discipline we build over time. Here are some key takeaways from Rohn's philosophy on consistent self-discipline. The phrase discipline equals freedom encapsulates Rohn's belief that self-discipline is the key to achieving both success and personal freedom in life. Though it may seem paradoxical at first, how can discipline, which often feels restrictive, lead to freedom? Rohn explained that discipline is the foundation upon which true freedom is built. Here's why. 1. Freedom from chaos and regret. Without self-discipline, our lives can easily fall into disorder. We procrastinate, ignore important tasks, and neglect our responsibilities, which eventually leads to problems, whether financial, personal, or health-related. By being disciplined, we prevent these issues before they start, leading to greater peace of mind and control over our circumstances. As Rohn said, the pain of discipline is always less than the pain of regret. 2. Freedom to achieve goals. When you are disciplined, you are in control of your actions and decisions. This control gives you the freedom to pursue your goals and make steady progress toward them. Discipline provides the structure needed to work consistently toward your dreams without being derailed by distractions or short-term temptations. Over time, this persistence builds momentum and opens doors to opportunities and success. 3. Freedom in financial and personal life. Financial freedom, for example, requires the discipline of saving, investing, and managing expenses. Without these practices, financial independence remains out of reach. Similarly, personal freedom, whether it's the freedom to travel, pursue passions, or enjoy a healthy lifestyle, depends on the daily discipline to manage time, energy, and resources wisely. 4. Discipline unlocks more options. The more disciplined you are, the more choices you give yourself in the future. People who consistently exercise discipline are able to choose what they want to do with their time, their career, and their lives. In contrast, those who lack discipline may find their options limited by bad habits, debt, or a lack of focus. 5. Self-mastery. Discipline leads to self-mastery. Once you have mastered your impulses, distractions, and bad habits, you gain the freedom to fully express your potential. This mastery allows you to act with intention, rather than being controlled by outside circumstances or fleeting emotions. In essence, discipline leads to a sense of control over your life, which ultimately grants you the freedom to live it on your own terms. The discipline you invest in your work, habits, health, and relationships frees you from the limits that come with chaos, laziness, or neglect. Starting with small wins is a powerful strategy that Rohn emphasized as essential to building long-term success. The idea is that by beginning with small, manageable goals, you can create momentum, build confidence, and develop the habits necessary to achieve larger successes over time. Here's why starting with small wins is so effective. 1. Build momentum. Small wins create a sense of progress and achievement, which generates motivation to keep going. As you accomplish small tasks, the success you feel encourages you to tackle bigger challenges. This positive feedback loop builds momentum and makes it easier to stay consistent in your efforts. Rohn likens small wins to laying one brick at a time. Eventually, those bricks form the foundation of something great. These tiny successes accumulate, helping you build towards your larger goals. 2. Boost confidence. Achieving small wins boosts your self-confidence. When you accomplish something, even if it's a small task, it reinforces the belief that you are capable of achieving your goals. This confidence is crucial for staying motivated and pushing through difficult times. Rohn understood that without self-confidence, people are more likely to give up on their goals. Small wins help to counter self-doubt, reinforcing the belief that you can continue moving forward, even if it's in small steps. 3. Create positive habits. Small wins help in building habits, which are the foundation of success. For instance, if you want to become fit, starting with just a 10-minute walk each day is more sustainable than jumping into an intense workout routine. Over time, that small habit of walking can evolve into more significant exercise habits and eventually an overall healthier lifestyle. Rohn believed that small actions done consistently form habits, and habits ultimately shape your life. Once these habits are in place, success becomes much easier to attain because you're no longer relying on willpower alone. 4. Overcome procrastination and overwhelm. Big goals can feel overwhelming, causing procrastination or even paralysis. By breaking large goals into smaller, more manageable steps, you reduce the overwhelm and create a clear path forward. The smaller the step, the less daunting it feels, making it easier to get started and take action. Rohn often advised that if a task seems too large, just do the smallest part of it. Even tiny progress is better than none, and those small efforts compound over time. 5. Establish a success mindset. Consistently achieving small wins helps cultivate a success mindset. Instead of focusing on what's difficult or what's going wrong, your mind becomes oriented toward success and possibility. You start to expect success, and this shift in mindset allows you to approach larger challenges with a positive attitude. 6. Achieve sustainable growth. Big changes can be hard to sustain over time, but small, incremental improvements are much more manageable. Rohn taught that sustainable growth comes from making small improvements consistently rather than attempting drastic changes all at once. This approach ensures that you're constantly moving forward without burning out. Example of small wins in action. If your goal is to write a book, instead of trying to write a chapter every day, start by writing a page or even a paragraph. These small, consistent efforts will add up, and over time, you'll have made significant progress without feeling overwhelmed. 7. Prevent discouragement. Large goals can sometimes feel distant and unattainable, which can lead to discouragement. Small wins provide tangible evidence that you're making progress, keeping you motivated and preventing feelings of failure. Each small victory serves as a reminder that success is within reach. Rohn's lesson. As Jim Rohn said, success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines, practiced every day. Small wins are those simple disciplines, easy to accomplish in the short term but monumental in their long-term impact. By starting with small wins, you're taking the first, crucial steps toward success. These small achievements not only move you closer to your ultimate goals, but also lay the groundwork for the habits, mindset, and confidence you need to maintain that success. Jim Rohn's concept of the pain of discipline versus the pain of regret is one of his most profound and motivating ideas. Rohn believed that life is about choices, and no matter what path we take, we will experience some form of pain. The key, however, is choosing which type of pain we endure, the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. 1. The pain of discipline. The pain of discipline is the discomfort we feel when we make ourselves do things we know we should do, even when we don't feel like it. It's the effort and sacrifice required to stay committed to our goals, whether that's waking up early to exercise, saving money instead of spending impulsively, or studying instead of watching TV. This pain is often temporary, small, and manageable. For example, the pain of sticking to a diet, practicing a skill, or consistently working on a project might be inconvenient or difficult, but it's a form of productive pain that leads to growth and success. Rohn emphasized that although the pain of discipline can be uncomfortable, it's always easier to bear than the alternative. He said, "Discipline weighs ounces, while regret weighs tons." Discipline is a short-term sacrifice for a long-term gain. 2. The pain of regret. The pain of regret, on the other hand, is the emotional and psychological weight that comes from not taking action or making poor decisions. It's the pain of missed opportunities, unfulfilled potential, and the realization that you could have done more, but didn't. Regret can be far more intense and long-lasting than the discomfort of discipline. Examples of regret include wishing you had taken better care of your health when you face preventable health issues, regretting not taking a chance on a business or career opportunity because of fear or procrastination, feeling remorse for not spending time with loved ones when you had the chance. Rohn warned that the pain of regret is something that compounds over time. If you consistently avoid discipline, the consequences build up, and you might end up with lasting regret that you can't easily reverse. This is why it weighs tons. It's a burden that sticks with you longer. 3. Short-term versus long-term perspective. Discipline requires you to think long-term. While you might endure short-term discomfort, You're working toward a future reward. Regret, on the other hand, comes from short-term thinking, seeking immediate comfort or pleasure at the expense of long-term well-being. For instance, choosing not to study for an exam might feel good in the moment, but the long-term regret of failing or underperforming is far worse. Choosing not to invest in your personal growth today might seem easier, but the future regret of being stuck in an unfulfilling job is a much heavier burden. 4. Growth through discipline. Discipline leads to personal growth and success. The discomfort we experience when we push ourselves out of our comfort zones, take risks, or persist in challenging situations is what helps us grow. Each time you choose discipline over the temptation of ease, you get stronger and more capable. Over time, these disciplined habits become second nature and the pain lessens. In contrast, avoiding discipline stunts growth. Over time, it leads to stagnation and the eventual realization that we didn't reach our full potential. This realization is the source of deep regret as we look back and see opportunities we failed to seize. 5. Ownership and responsibility. Rohn often stressed the importance of personal responsibility. Choosing the pain of discipline is a way of taking control of your life. When you choose discipline, you're taking ownership of your decisions and your future. You're saying, I'm willing to put in the effort now to create a better tomorrow. The pain of regret, on the other hand, often comes from failing to take responsibility. When you avoid responsibility, life tends to happen to you rather than because of you. This passive approach leads to missed opportunities and ultimately regret. 6. Discipline is a choice. Rohn's core message is that discipline is a choice, and you have the power to make it. Every day, you face small decisions, whether to be disciplined or not. These small decisions add up over time. By choosing discipline consistently, you avoid the long-term burden of regret. 7. Examples of the pain of discipline versus regret. Health. The pain of discipline is going to the gym regularly and eating healthy. The pain of regret is facing chronic illness or a lack of vitality later in life because you neglected your health. Career. The pain of discipline is working hard, developing your skills, and taking on challenging projects. The pain of regret is being stuck in a job you dislike, knowing you never pursued your passion or potential. Relationships. The pain of discipline is investing time and effort into meaningful relationships. The pain of regret is looking back and realizing you didn't prioritize the people who mattered most when you had the chance. 8. Rohn's key message. As Jim Rohn said, we must all suffer one of two things, the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. The difference is discipline weighs ounces while regret weighs tons. The choice is clear. By embracing discipline today, you avoid the heavier burden of regret tomorrow. In summary, Rohn's message is that while discipline may be challenging in the moment, it is always a lighter, more empowering burden than the lasting pain of regret. Making the choice to discipline yourself now ultimately leads to success, fulfillment, and freedom from future regret. Jim Rohn's philosophy on personal responsibility is one of the most critical aspects of his teachings on personal development and success. He believed that taking full responsibility for your life, your actions, and your results is the foundation of personal growth and achievement. According to Rohn, embracing responsibility is about understanding that you are in control of your destiny and your decisions shape your future. Here are the key elements of Rohn's perspective on personal responsibility. 1. You are responsible for your own success. Rohn taught that success is not something that happens to you. It's something you create through your choices, actions, and attitudes. He frequently reminded his audience that they couldn't blame external circumstances, like the economy, their upbringing, or other people, for their lack of success. Instead, success comes from accepting that you are the architect of your life. As Rohn famously said, you cannot change the circumstances, the seasons, or the wind, but you can change yourself. This underscores the idea that while you can't control everything that happens to you, you can control how you respond to it and how you prepare yourself to handle life's challenges. 2. Ownership of your decisions. Personal responsibility means owning every decision you make, both big and small. Whether it's in your career, finances, health, or relationships, Rohn believed that your current reality is the sum total of the choices you've made in the past. If you want different results, you need to start making different decisions. He encouraged people to ask themselves, what can I do to change my situation, instead of looking for excuses or blaming external factors. This mindset shift helps you regain control and empowers you to take proactive steps toward improvement. 3. No excuses. One of Rohn's strongest messages was to stop making excuses. Excuses, he argued, prevent you from accepting responsibility and hinder personal growth. He believed that people often use excuses, like a lack of time, resources, or talent, to avoid the discomfort of self-discipline and hard work. By eliminating excuses and taking ownership of your life, you force yourself to take action and become accountable for your results. As Rohn said, excuses are the nails used to build a house of failure. 4. Responsibility leads to empowerment. Taking responsibility for your life is empowering because it gives you a sense of control. When you realize that your success or failure depends on you, it gives you the motivation to take action and change your circumstances. This empowerment drives personal development because it shifts the focus from what others can do for you to what you can do for yourself. Rohn emphasized that once you stop waiting for things to change around you and start changing yourself, you unlock the potential to achieve your goals and dreams. 5. Accepting responsibility for mistakes. Rohn also believed in the importance of owning up to your mistakes. Taking responsibility for failures or setbacks is essential for growth because it allows you to learn from your experiences. When you accept responsibility, you can analyze what went wrong, make adjustments, and move forward stronger and wiser. Blaming others for your mistakes, on the other hand, leads to a victim mentality where you feel powerless to change your situation. Rohn encouraged people to shift away from blaming others and instead ask, what can I learn from this? Or what can I do differently next time? 6. Responsibility in every area of life. Rohn stressed that personal responsibility applies to every area of life. Health. You are responsible for your physical and mental well-being. This means choosing healthy habits, exercising, and managing stress rather than blaming genetics or circumstances for poor health. Finances. You are responsible for managing your money, saving, investing, and avoiding debt. Financial success doesn't come from luck. It comes from disciplined financial decisions. Relationships. You are responsible for the quality of your relationships. This includes how you communicate, the effort you put in, and how you choose to respond to conflict. Career. You are responsible for your career progression, whether it's seeking new opportunities, improving your skills, or building a strong work ethic. Taking responsibility in these areas of life puts you in control of your future outcomes. 7. Responsibility and discipline go hand in hand. Rohn connected personal responsibility with self-discipline. He believed that once you accept responsibility for your life, you're more likely to discipline yourself to take the actions necessary to achieve your goals. Responsibility fuels discipline, as it eliminates the tendency to blame external factors and pushes you to take charge of your daily habits and decisions. Discipline, in turn, is what allows you to turn responsibility into tangible results. Rohn often pointed out that you cannot separate success from self-discipline, and the first step towards self-discipline is acknowledging that you are responsible for creating the habits that lead to success. 8. Responsibility leads to personal growth. Personal responsibility is not only about achieving external success, but also about inner growth. As you take responsibility for your life, you become more self-aware, more in tune with your strengths and weaknesses, and better equipped to grow. The act of taking ownership of your actions fosters maturity and development, enabling you to become the best version of yourself. Rohn often reminded his audience that personal growth leads to better opportunities and more meaningful success. By taking responsibility for who you are and where you are in life, you create a mindset that is focused on continuous improvement. 9. The ultimate freedom. Rohn believed that personal responsibility was the ultimate form of freedom. By accepting that you are in charge of your own life, you free yourself from the limitations of blaming others, external circumstances, or fate. You recognize that your life is in your hands, and this realization gives you the power to shape your future. Personal responsibility removes the sense of helplessness and replaces it with a sense of agency and freedom to create the life you desire. Rohn's key message. As Jim Rohn often said, the day you graduate from childhood to adulthood is the day you take full responsibility for your life. This encapsulates the essence of his teaching on personal responsibility. Maturity, success, and fulfillment come from the moment you accept that you alone are responsible for your outcomes. In summary, Rohn's teachings on personal responsibility highlight that by owning your decisions, actions, and outcomes, you empower yourself to create the life you want. Personal responsibility is the first step towards self-discipline, growth, and ultimately, success in all areas of life. Jim Rohn's advice to work on yourself more than you work on your job emphasizes the idea that personal growth is the key to long-term success, not just professional development. Rohn believed that who you become is more important than what you achieve in your job. By investing in your personal development, mentally, emotionally, and skillfully, you can achieve greater success in all areas of your life, including your career. Here are the core principles behind Rohn's philosophy of working on yourself. 1. Your personal growth determines your career success. Rohn believed that the more valuable you become as a person, the more value you can offer in any job, business, or endeavor. While many people focus only on improving their professional skills, Rohn emphasized the need for holistic personal growth, improving your mindset, attitude, habits, communication skills, and emotional intelligence. He famously said, "Success is something you attract by the person you become. Instead of just focusing on getting better at your job, you should focus on becoming a better version of yourself. When you do, career success follows as a natural result of your personal development." 2. Skills can get you a job, but personal development creates lasting success. While learning technical or job-specific skills is important, Rohn believed that personal development is what separates those who achieve temporary success from those who achieve long-term, sustainable success. Your mindset, emotional resilience, leadership abilities, and how you handle challenges all play a bigger role in your overall success than simply mastering a set of skills. For example, someone who focuses solely on their technical abilities might rise quickly in their career but may hit a plateau if they lack the interpersonal skills, self-discipline, or leadership qualities necessary for higher levels of success. 3. You are your most important project. Rohn's philosophy encourages you to see yourself as a project that is never finished. Just as you invest time, energy, and effort into improving your work performance, you should devote the same, if not more, to improving yourself. This includes reading books, taking courses, reflecting on your life, seeking mentors, and practicing self-discipline. Personal growth is a lifelong process, and the more you improve yourself, the more capable you become of handling greater responsibilities, challenges, and opportunities. Rohn would often say, "Don't wish it were easier, wish you were better." 4. Focus on personal qualities that translate into professional success. Working on yourself means developing qualities that transcend any specific job or role. Discipline. Consistent discipline leads to long-term achievements, both personal and professional. Emotional intelligence. Understanding and managing your emotions and those of others is key to success in any role that involves working with people. Leadership. Personal development helps you become a better leader, which is essential for climbing the career ladder and managing teams effectively. Resilience. Personal growth helps you build resilience, which allows you to navigate setbacks, failures, and challenges in your career without being discouraged. Communication skills. Learning how to express your ideas clearly and persuasively is crucial, no matter what your job title is. These personal qualities are what allow you to excel in any field, making you adaptable and valuable no matter what challenges or changes you face in your career. 5. The importance of lifelong learning. Rohn was a firm believer in continuous learning. He urged people to always be learning and growing, regardless of their age or career stage. He believed that personal development is not something you finish once you reach a certain level of success. It's a lifelong journey. This could include reading personal development books, attending seminars, learning new skills, or simply reflecting on your experiences and drawing lessons from them. The more you learn, the more you grow, and the more opportunities come your way. One of his famous quotes is, "Formal education will make you a living. Self-education will make you a fortune." This highlights the idea that while formal education is important, the real transformation happens when you take responsibility for your ongoing self-education and personal growth. 6. The relationship between income and personal growth. Rohn believed that your income rarely exceeds your level of personal development. He explained that people often want to earn more money or achieve greater success, but they are unwilling to put in the effort to improve themselves. According to Rohn, the only way to truly increase your income or achieve higher levels of success is to work on becoming the kind of person who can handle more responsibility and deliver more value. He often said, if you want more, you have to become more. By becoming a more capable, confident, and skilled individual, you increase your value in the marketplace, which naturally leads to higher income and more opportunities. 7. Balance between career and personal life. Another aspect of working on yourself is creating balance between your professional life and your personal life. Rohn advocated for a balanced life, where you invest time not only in your career but also in your health, relationships, and emotional well-being. Success in one area of life should not come at the expense of another. When you focus on self-development, you naturally become better at managing your time, balancing priorities, and ensuring that you are not neglecting important aspects of your life like family, health, and personal happiness. 8. Self-reflection and accountability. Working on yourself also involves regular self-reflection and taking accountability for your actions, behaviors, and results. Rohn encouraged people to regularly assess their progress, acknowledge where they need to improve, and take responsibility for making those improvements. This kind of self-awareness is crucial for personal development because it allows you to identify your weaknesses, develop plans to overcome them, and hold yourself accountable for your own growth. Rohn's key message. Jim Rohn's advice to work on yourself more than you work on your job serves as a reminder that personal development is the foundation for all success. As you grow as an individual, mentally, emotionally, and skillfully, you become more capable of achieving success in your career, relationships, and life as a whole. In summary, work on yourself more than your job means investing in your personal growth because that's what drives success in all areas of life. By focusing on self-improvement, lifelong learning, and developing qualities that transcend job-specific skills, you set yourself up for lasting success. Personal growth not only enhances your professional capabilities, but also leads to a more fulfilling and balanced life. Jim Rohn's concept of mastering the mundane emphasizes the importance of consistently doing the basic, everyday tasks that might seem small or insignificant but are essential for long-term success. Rohn believed that extraordinary success is often built on a foundation of ordinary, repetitive actions that most people overlook or take for granted. Mastering the mundane requires discipline, focus, and a commitment to doing what needs to be done, even when it's boring or unglamorous. Here's a breakdown of what mastering the mundane means and how it applies to success. 1. Success is built on simple, daily habits. One of the key messages in Rohn's teaching is that success isn't the result of one grand event or breakthrough. Instead, it's the cumulative result of small, simple actions performed consistently over time. These actions may seem mundane, but they are crucial. Examples include exercising regularly, saving money consistently, eating healthy meals, studying or reading daily, practicing a skill every day. These simple habits might not feel exciting or dramatic in the short term, but over time, they lead to major results. Rohn often said, success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines practiced every day. 2. Consistency is key. The idea of mastering the mundane is closely tied to consistency. Many people are motivated at the beginning of a new goal or project, but as time goes on and the initial excitement wears off, they lose interest. Mastering the mundane means sticking with those essential tasks even when they feel routine or dull. Rohn often reminded people that consistency compounds over time. What might seem like a small, mundane task today, like making a healthy meal choice or reading a few pages of a book, has a cumulative effect when done consistently. This steady progress is what leads to mastery and success. 3. Avoiding the temptation of shortcuts. Mastering the mundane also involves avoiding the temptation to seek shortcuts or quick fixes. Many people fail to achieve long-term success because they want instant results without putting in the consistent, everyday effort required. Rohn taught that there are no shortcuts to real success, and those who avoid the mundane tasks end up falling short of their potential. He would often say, "Don't wish it were easier, wish you were better." This reflects his belief that success comes not from avoiding hard or boring work, but from improving yourself through regular, disciplined action. 4. The mundane tasks are often the most important. Rohn believed that the most important tasks are often the least glamorous. For example, in business, cold calling prospects, following up on emails, and networking might seem mundane, but they're essential for building a successful business. In health, eating healthy, getting enough sleep, and exercising regularly might not feel exciting every day, but they're critical for long-term well-being. In personal development, reading, journaling, reflecting on your goals, and practicing self-discipline might feel repetitive, but they are the building blocks for a successful and fulfilling life. Rohn's message was that if you neglect these foundational tasks, you're unlikely to reach your bigger goals. 5. Discipline over motivation. Mastering the mundane is about relying on discipline, not just motivation. Motivation comes and goes. It's easy to be motivated when starting something new or when you're feeling inspired. But discipline is what carries you through when the novelty wears off and tasks become repetitive. Rohn often spoke about the pain of discipline versus the pain of regret, explaining that the discipline to consistently master the mundane tasks is what keeps you from experiencing the regret of missed opportunities later in life. 6. Mastery takes time. Rohn emphasized that true mastery doesn't happen overnight. Whether it's mastering a skill, building a business, or improving your health, it takes time. The mundane tasks, repeated over a long period, are what lead to mastery. The process can feel slow, and there may not be immediate results, but persistence is key. He often said, "We suffer one of two pains, the pain of discipline or the pain of regret." Mastering the mundane requires discipline, but it saves you from the regret of failing to reach your potential. 7. Examples of mastering the mundane. Fitness. Success in fitness isn't about one intense workout, but about consistently showing up to the gym, following a balanced diet, and resting. It's about mastering the day-to-day decisions that lead to health. Financial success. Building wealth comes from consistently saving money, budgeting, investing, and avoiding unnecessary debt. It's the small, daily financial decisions that lead to long-term financial freedom. Personal development. Growth isn't about attending one motivational seminar or reading a single book. It's about consistently seeking knowledge, applying what you learn, and growing day by day. 8. The power of patience. Mastering the mundane requires patience. Many people quit their pursuit of success because they expect quick results. However, Rohn taught that success is a slow process, and the mundane tasks that seem small today will yield significant results in the future if you stay the course. Rohn's message is that success requires both vision and patience. You need to have a long-term goal or vision to keep you motivated, but you also need the patience to trust that your consistent, everyday efforts will eventually pay off. 9. Mundane tasks build character. One of the less obvious benefits of mastering the mundane is the character it builds. By disciplining yourself to do the necessary, unexciting tasks, you develop qualities like persistence, grit, and resilience. These traits are essential for overcoming the challenges that inevitably arise on the path to success. Rohn believed that personal character is built through the consistent, disciplined actions you take every day. The more you master the mundane, the stronger your character becomes. Rohn's key message: mastering the mundane is about doing the simple, repetitive, and often boring tasks that are essential for long-term success. While these tasks may seem insignificant in the short term, they compound over time, leading to extraordinary results. Success is built on the foundation of consistent, disciplined action and the ability to embrace the mundane tasks that others may overlook. In summary, Jim Rohn's idea of mastering the mundane teaches that success is not achieved through dramatic actions or one-time efforts, but through consistent, everyday habits that may seem small but have a powerful cumulative effect over time. By committing to these foundational tasks, avoiding shortcuts, and embracing discipline, you set yourself on the path to lasting success and personal mastery. Jim Rohn's idea that habits compound over time reflects his deep belief in the power of consistent actions to create significant, long-term outcomes. He emphasized that both good and bad habits accumulate over time, shaping your future. Whether you're aiming for personal development, financial success, better health, or stronger relationships, the habits you form and practice daily have a powerful compounding effect. This concept is often referred to as the compound effect or the law of accumulation. Let's explore what Rohn meant by habits compounding over time and how it applies to success. 1. Small actions lead to big results. Rohn taught that success is the result of small, seemingly insignificant actions repeated consistently over time. These small actions, whether positive or negative, add up, and their impact becomes more apparent as time passes. For example, health, exercising for 30 minutes a day may not seem like much, but over months and years, it leads to better physical fitness and well-being. Finances, saving a small portion of your income consistently might not feel like it's making a big difference, but over time, it leads to substantial financial security. Personal development. Reading 10 pages of a book each day may seem trivial, but over time, it leads to significant knowledge and personal growth. Rohn often reminded people, success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines practiced every day. 2. Positive habits create positive outcomes. Rohn believed that positive habits, such as self-discipline, goal-setting, learning, and healthy routines, lead to positive, long-term outcomes. When you engage in positive behaviors consistently, you gradually create momentum that compounds over time, leading to success in different areas of your life. For instance, developing a habit of reading, journaling, or practicing gratitude every day may seem minor, but these habits lead to greater self-awareness, emotional resilience, and improved mental clarity. Over time, these habits become part of who you are, and they influence the quality of your life and success. 3. Negative habits compound too. Just as positive habits compound, so do negative habits. Rohn warned that bad habits, such as procrastination, poor diet, lack of exercise, or negative thinking, can also accumulate over time, leading to negative consequences in the future. He emphasized that negative behaviors might not cause immediate harm, but over time, their impact becomes significant and harder to reverse. For example, health, eating unhealthy foods or avoiding exercise may not have immediate consequences, but over years, it can lead to serious health problems. Finances, overspending or not saving money consistently may not seem problematic at first, but over time, it leads to financial difficulties and debt. Relationships, avoiding communication or neglecting relationships might not create immediate issues, but over time, it erodes trust and connection. Rohn would say, failure is nothing more than a few errors in judgment repeated every day. 4. The power of daily consistency. The key to the compounding effect of habits is daily consistency. Rohn emphasized that it's not the size or intensity of the habit that matters most, it's the repetition. Even small actions, when performed consistently, create lasting results. This idea is powerful because it means that anyone can improve their life simply by committing to small, consistent actions. For example, exercising for 20 minutes each day might not seem like a big deal on any given day, but over the course of months and years, it leads to a healthier, more fit body. Similarly, spending 10 minutes a day reviewing your finances can lead to significant financial control and savings over time. 5. Habits shape your identity. Rohn believed that the habits you develop ultimately shape who you become. Every time you practice a habit, you reinforce a part of your identity. If you consistently engage in positive habits, you reinforce the idea that you are disciplined, focused, and capable. If you engage in negative habits, you reinforce a mindset of procrastination, laziness, or lack of control. This concept aligns with the idea that you become what you repeatedly do. Habits form the foundation of your identity, and over time, they determine your level of success or failure. 6. Momentum builds over time. One of the powerful aspects of compounding habits is that they build momentum over time. When you start a new habit, the results may not be immediately visible, and it can be easy to lose motivation. However, if you stay consistent, those small actions start to build on each other, creating momentum that accelerates your progress. Rohn compared this to the analogy of a plane taking off. Initially, it takes a lot of energy to get the plane off the ground, but once it reaches cruising altitude, it requires less effort to maintain flight. Similarly, your habits might require more effort in the beginning, but once momentum builds, they become easier to maintain, and the results become more significant. 7. The slight edge. Jim Rohn often spoke about the slight edge, the idea that the difference between success and failure often comes down to small choices made consistently. Choosing to read a book rather than watch TV, choosing to save a little money rather than spend it, or choosing to go for a walk instead of sitting on the couch might seem like small decisions in the moment. But over time, these small, positive choices give you an edge that compounds into significant success. This slight edge principle shows that the difference between successful people and those who fail is often the small, incremental habits that compound over time, creating either a positive or negative trajectory. 8. Patience and trust in the process. Rohn emphasized the need for patience when it comes to developing habits. The compounding effect takes time to show results, and many people give up too soon because they don't see immediate outcomes. Rohn encouraged people to trust in the process, understanding that the results of positive habits might take months or years to fully manifest, but they are inevitable if you remain consistent. He taught that time is your greatest ally when it comes to habit formation. Over time, small actions compound into big results, but you must be patient and disciplined enough to let the process unfold. 9. Choose your habits wisely. Since habits compound over time, Rohn stressed the importance of choosing your habits wisely. Your habits, both positive and negative, will shape your future. Therefore, it's essential to be intentional about which habits you develop. Ask yourself, are my daily actions leading me toward the future I want? Are my habits helping me grow, or are they holding me back? What small changes can I make today that will lead to bigger successes in the future? By consciously choosing positive habits and eliminating negative ones, you set yourself up for success over the long term. Rohn's key message. The idea that habits compound over time is central to Jim Rohn's philosophy on success. He taught that both success and failure are the result of small, consistent actions that accumulate over time. By developing positive habits and sticking to them consistently, you set yourself on a trajectory toward long-term success. On the other hand, negative habits will compound over time and lead to failure if not addressed. In summary, Jim Rohn's teaching on habits compounding over time highlights the power of small, consistent actions in creating lasting success. Whether positive or negative, your habits build upon each other, and their effects become more profound over time. The key is to develop positive habits, remain patient, and trust that these habits will lead to success, even if the results aren't immediately visible. Habits, when compounded, have the potential to transform your life. Jim Rohn emphasized the importance of learning to control your emotions as a critical factor in achieving personal and professional success. He believed that emotions, if not properly managed, could derail your goals, decision-making, and overall progress. According to Rohn, while emotions are a natural and vital part of the human experience, successful people learn how to channel their emotions constructively rather than letting emotions control them. Here's an in-depth look at Rohn's teachings on controlling your emotions and how it plays a role in personal growth and success. 1. Emotions are powerful but need to be guided. Rohn acknowledged that emotions can be a powerful driving force, but they must be directed and controlled to lead to positive outcomes. Unchecked emotions, such as anger, fear, or frustration, can lead to poor decisions, destructive behaviors, and damaged relationships. On the flip side, emotions like passion, enthusiasm, and confidence can be harnessed to fuel success, provided they are balanced with reason and discipline. Rohn often stressed that emotions should serve you, not control you. For example, a leader may feel frustrated by a team's lack of progress, but if they react impulsively with anger, it could harm relationships and lower morale. If they learn to control that frustration, they can communicate more effectively and lead with clarity and composure. 2. The importance of emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence, EQ, the ability to understand and manage your own emotions as well as those of others, is a key theme in Rohn's philosophy. He believed that emotional intelligence is a vital component of personal and professional success. By developing emotional intelligence, you can respond to situations with calmness, clarity, and confidence, even in challenging circumstances. For Rohn, controlling your emotions doesn't mean suppressing or ignoring them. Rather, it's about being aware of your feelings, understanding why you feel the way you do, and choosing how to respond in a way that aligns with your values and goals. 3. Don't let emotions dictate your actions. One of Rohn's key messages is that successful people act based on their goals and principles, not their emotions. It's easy to make decisions based on how you feel in the moment, whether that's fear, excitement, anger, or frustration. But Rohn argued that this can lead to inconsistent, short-term thinking that hinders long-term success. For example, if you're trying to save money but impulsively spend every time you feel stressed or excited, you're letting emotions dictate your actions instead of sticking to a financial plan. Learning to pause and reflect before acting on emotions helps you stay focused on your larger goals. Rohn would often say, discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. Discipline requires that you control emotional impulses that may steer you away from your goals. 4. Use emotions as a tool, not a roadblock. Rather than letting emotions block your path to success, Rohn believed you could use them as a tool for personal development. For instance, anger. Instead of letting anger lead to destructive behavior, use it as fuel to correct a situation or improve something in your life. Fear. Fear can paralyze people from taking action. However, Rohn taught that fear, when acknowledged and understood, can be a source of motivation to prepare better and push yourself beyond your comfort zone. Frustration. Feeling frustrated can lead to giving up if left unchecked. But if you learn to control frustration, it can push you to find creative solutions and persevere through challenges. The key is to reframe your emotions, using them as signals for growth and change rather than letting them become barriers. 5. Don't let negative emotions become habits. Rohn warned about the danger of letting negative emotions, such as pessimism, envy, or resentment, become habitual. Just like positive actions, emotions can become habits if they're repeated over time. If you allow yourself to dwell on negativity consistently, it will shape your outlook and limit your ability to move forward. Rohn encouraged individuals to break free from negative emotional cycles by recognizing the patterns and making conscious choices to respond differently. This could involve practicing gratitude, focusing on solutions instead of problems, or learning to let go of situations you cannot control. 6. Focus on what you can control. A significant part of controlling your emotions is learning to focus on what you can control and let go of what you can't. Many emotional reactions stem from frustration over situations that are out of your control, such as other people's behavior, external events, or past mistakes. Rohn emphasized the importance of focusing your energy on what you can change, your own actions, mindset, and responses. By doing this, you reduce feelings of helplessness, anxiety, and frustration, and instead, you empower yourself to take proactive steps toward your goals. Rohn would often say, "It's not the blowing of the wind, but the set of the sail that determines your direction." In other words, life's challenges, the wind, may be outside your control, but how you respond, the sail, is within your power. 7. Respond rather than react. Another important principle in controlling your emotions is learning to respond rather than react. Reacting is impulsive and often driven purely by emotions, while responding is thoughtful and guided by your goals and values. Rohn encouraged people to develop the habit of pausing before reacting to a situation to give themselves time to think and make a decision that serves their best interests. For example, if someone criticizes you, an immediate emotional reaction might be to get defensive or angry. However, if you take a moment to reflect, you might choose to respond calmly, using the criticism as an opportunity to improve rather than letting it upset you. 8. Cultivate positive emotional habits. While controlling negative emotions is important, Rohn also emphasized the need to cultivate positive emotional habits. This includes practicing emotions like gratitude, optimism, enthusiasm, and joy. Positive emotions not only improve your mental and emotional health, but they also attract success and opportunities. Rohn believed that by intentionally fostering positive emotions, you create an upward spiral of success. Positive emotions lead to positive actions, which lead to positive results, which in turn generate even more positive emotions. For instance, starting your day with a practice of gratitude can shift your mindset from focusing on what's lacking to appreciating what's already good in your life, setting a positive tone for the rest of the day. 9. Emotional control leads to better relationships. Learning to control your emotions also has a significant impact on your relationships. Rohn believed that successful people are not only disciplined in their work and goals, but also in how they interact with others. Relationships are often damaged when emotions, such as anger, jealousy, or frustration, are not properly managed. By controlling your emotions, you are better able to communicate effectively, resolve conflicts, and build stronger, healthier relationships. Emotional control allows you to respond with empathy and understanding, rather than reacting impulsively in ways that may harm your connections with others. 10. Emotional mastery is a key to leadership. Rohn believed that emotional control is essential for leadership. Whether you are leading a team, a business, or even your own life, the ability to manage your emotions under pressure is what sets effective leaders apart. Leaders who can remain calm, focused, and solution-oriented in difficult situations inspire confidence and respect in others. Leaders who lose control of their emotions, on the other hand, can create chaos, confusion, and distrust. Mastering your emotions helps you lead others with clarity, purpose, and resilience. Rohn's key message. Jim Rohn's teachings on controlling your emotions revolve around the idea that while emotions are natural and important, they must be directed in a way that serves your goals and values. Emotional mastery involves understanding your emotions, responding thoughtfully rather than reacting impulsively, and using emotions as tools for growth rather than letting them become obstacles. In summary, controlling your emotions is a vital part of achieving success in life, according to Jim Rohn. It involves learning to manage both positive and negative emotions in a way that serves your long-term goals. Emotional intelligence, self-discipline, and the ability to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively are all key components of emotional control. By mastering your emotions, you can improve your decision-making, relationships, leadership, and overall quality of life. In conclusion, for Rohn, consistent self-discipline was the fundamental trait that separated those who merely dream from those who achieve. By focusing on small, daily actions and maintaining responsibility over your personal growth, Rohn believed anyone could cultivate the self-discipline necessary to achieve success in any area of life.